Hi, I'm Ted Pauly. I'm the Social Sciences Librarian at IUPUI. In this video, I will demonstrate how to download and install Zotero, cover the basics of importing references, and show you how to use Zotero with Microsoft Word. Okay, the first step is to download and install Zotero. Zotero is free open source software, so you won't have to pay anything for it. And to download the program, simply open a web browser and go to www.zotero.org/download. You'll notice that it has automatically detected the operating system that I'm using, so I see the option to download Zotero 5.0 for Mac. Zotero is also available for Windows and Linux operating systems. To download the program, simply click Download and then save and install the program the same way you would any other program on your computer. I'm not going to do this step since I already have Zotero installed. Once you've installed the program, the next step is to get the connector for your preferred web browser. So over here you'll see that it is detected that I'm using Firefox. Zotero is also available as a plugin for Chrome and Safari. So simply click Install for Firefox and install the plugin the same way that you would any other browser plugin. You may need to restart your browser once you've installed the plugin. So let me show you what Zotero looks like. I'll open the program here. So this is Zotero. You can organize your research by creating collections. So over here I have my library, and this is where I will save all my references. But if I want to create sub-collections, I can click this button here, and I can create a collection called My Research Paper. Click OK. And then if I wanted to create a collection within my research paper, I can simply right-click on my research paper and select New Subcollection, and then I could enter in a new subcollection like Literature Review, and click OK. So this is basically works the same way that any folder structure on your computer works, and it allows you to organize your research. So there are three ways to get references into Zotero. The first way is to enter things manually. So if you have a book in front of you and you want to enter that reference into Zotero, you can click this green button here and you can select the item type. You'll see a couple of main types of items here, such as books, journal articles. If you don't see what you're looking for, check More, and there's a pretty extensive list of different item types. I'm going to select Book, and over here I will enter the information about my book. So the title, and the author name, last name. You'll see that it's automatically suggesting authors that I've entered before, so I can just select from those. I will need to enter the place of publication. So again, it's suggesting ones, so Cambridge, Massachusetts, the publisher, and the date. So this is everything I need to cite a book. If I wanted to enter something a little bit more quickly and I have a unique ID for that item, for example, if I have the ISBN number for a book, or if I have the digital object identifier number for a journal article, I can use this option here and I can add items by identifier. So I'll select this and I will paste in a digital object identifier that I saved from a journal article, and I'll click Enter. And you can see that it automatically pulls in all the information that I need to cite this journal article. So I have the title here, I have the author's names, I have the publication, so PLOS One, the volume and issue number. So everything I need to cite this journal article. The final way, and probably the fastest way to get information into Zotero, is to save it directly from the web browser as you do research. So let me open a browser here. And let's say I'm doing research in PLOS One, this journal, and I'm scrolling down and I find a particular article that I want to cite. So let's say I want to save the reference for this article so that I can cite it later. When I click on this article, you'll notice up here in the corner of my web browser there's a little paper icon, and this is the plugin that you installed that allows Zotero to talk to your web browser. All I need to do is click this little button and it will ask me where I want to save it in Zotero, so I can select here. I've got literature review, the literature review folder selected, and now if I go back to Zotero, you'll see that the article that I've saved appears here. You'll notice the title, the abstract, and it's actually even saved a copy of the PDF. If I click this little triangle here, I see the full text PDF. Now just a note, this will only work if you're saving references from a database or a journal where the full text PDF is available to you. So those are the 3 ways to get things into Zotero. Now how do we get our references out of Zotero? Well, there are 2 main ways. The first way that I'll show you is to export items and create a bibliography from them. So if I wanted to export all of the items and create a bibliography from them for everything that's in my literature review, I can simply right-click on Literature Review folder and select Create Bibliography from Collection. So I'll go ahead and do that. And then it's going to ask me what my reference style should be. So in this case, I'm going to use the APA 6th edition, but you'll see there are a number of different styles here. If you don't see the style that you're looking for, you can download additional styles. I'll click OK. And it's going to ask me where I want to save my bibliography, so I will save it to my desktop. I'll leave it titled Literature Review, and I want to save the format as an RTF file, or a rich text file, and this will open with Microsoft Word or other text editors. So I'll click OK and go to my desktop, and I'll open this with Microsoft Word so you can see it. So you can see here that I have the 3 references that I've saved in Zotero properly formatted in APA format. So that's how you export a bibliography. But let's say you're actually writing a paper and you want to insert citations. So let me close this Word document and open another one. So you'll notice when you download Zotero that it automatically adds a tab to your instance of Microsoft Word called Zotero. And in here you'll see Add Edit Citation, Add Edit Bibliography. So these are useful when you're actually writing your paper. So I will just start writing a sentence. Make that a little bit bigger so that you can see it. And let's say I wanted to insert an in-text citation after this sentence. All I need to do is click Add Edit Citation. And it's thinking. Here we go, and it will ask me first which style I want to use, and again I will use APA 6. I'll click OK, and then it's going to ask me to search for the citation that I want to enter. And I don't have to remember the exact title, I can just remember something about something from the title or the abstract or something like that. So I'm going to select this citation here and hit enter. And so now it's dropped in the in-text portion of my citation. Now if I drop down a few lines and click Add Edit Bibliography, it will automatically add the full citation for my in-text citation here. And then I can title this my citation section. And the cool thing about Zotero is it will continue to add to your bibliography as you add new in-text citations. So if I add another sentence, insert another citation. You'll see it started a running bibliography with everything properly formatted in APA style. So this is how you can use Zotero as you're actually writing your paper in Microsoft Word. Doing this will save you a ton of time when you're doing your research and writing your papers. That's a very quick overview of how to download, install, save references, and export them using Zotero. This tool is capable of a lot more, including the ability to create shared collections, a great feature for group projects. If you have any further questions, please visit the library's Zotero guide or get in contact with me, Ted Pauly. My contact information is on the homepage of the Zotero guide. Happy researching!